normal. Hopefully that way we can smooth out any bumps and problems that I had last time with setting up VR. However, this time, um, I shouldn't have hopefully as much of a problem. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Oculus mirror here real quick. I hope it works. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up real quick so that way we can get that going. There we go. And let's go ahead and get right on into it. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the headset. For anybody who's wondering, I'm using the Oculus Rift to play Elite Dangerous. I have a HOTAS that I actually have set up kind of on my computer chair. It is the X55 Rhino, which I'm not gonna lie is quite a nice headset, or quite a nice HOTAS, and it works phenomenally for this game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and okay, good, that is working. So I'm going to go ahead and sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and get right on into it. So and I've kind of got to have the left hand or the right hand to go ahead and get this started with. All right, I probably need to change my audio capture input. Hopefully it should be fine. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and get right on into it as soon as this loads. Oh wow, yeah, I just tightened up some bolts on my my little command chair, so it certainly is a little different. And I'm hoping that putting my headset on where sitting down, it'll actually set it up right the first time instead of like, oh, I don't know, the last time, so to speak. Oh, right, you've got to have the headset on. I've got to have it on for you guys to be able to see anything. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue, and we're actually going to go into open play. For anybody who is wondering, what? Okay, there it goes. Huh. I don't know how, if you guys can read everything that I'm seeing. I really kind of hope that you can, honestly. Well, in front of me, you could see my ship. You can also see it down here on the right-hand side. I am flying currently a Mamba. No, right. It might help if I actually. Here, hold on. I do this all the time. Sorry. Alrighty then. There we go. Now should be, yep, we are set up and ready to rock and roll. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and into Starport Services. Just to kind of show you guys my ship real quick. And to kind of go over what we're doing today. This lovely red giant right here is my ship. You can see my forward here. I'll just kind of go over the hard points. So I have a giant, huge. It is quite literally the huge compartment. Multi-cannon. Well, it looks like cannons I can only get 2E. That's it. Wow, that's sad.
It is a 4A multi-cannon. It is supposed to dish out some serious damage. Yeah, it deals out some damage. So then we've got my beam lasers. You can kind of see the large multi-cannon there in the background. So this is one of my... There you go. You can see it on the other side of the cockpit. Those are my large beam lasers. They just simply put out a straight-up beam. And then you'll see up here... Here, I'll go to the other side. This is one of my 2 pulse lasers. I have those set up for turreting. So those actually will target ships in any direction. I've got a few utility mounts. I've got a frame shift wake drive, which I'm honestly thinking I might just sell that for something else. Heatsink launcher or something, I don't know. Actually, getting a shield booster might not be a bad idea. Ooh, that's a thought. And that increased my shield strength. Most definitely. But the power draw is a bit more significant than what I'm currently dealing with, I think. Yeah. Nah. So I've got a couple of shield boosters, a couple of chaff launchers, and what is considered an ECM, or an electronic countermeasure. They are phenomenal for stopping rockets and stuff from shooting me, or from hitting me. So then that is my ship. Over here on the transactions tab, I have this one which I need to turn in, which that's a sizable amount, 23 million credits. With the potentiality of getting exquisite focus crystals, because why not? But what we are working on today is we're actually in NanoMan, currently stationed at Gressley Dock, and we are going to be working on finishing off the 45 pirates. I've destroyed 19 out of 45, so I have about 26 more to go. So with that, let's go ahead and click launch, and let's get on out there. There we go. And for those of you who have motion sickness, I will apologize now. I kind of fly like a madman. And right now, as you can see, I have... oh, and in case you're wondering what that little green outline along my ship is, that's it's a night vision mode. It's like I can kind of see where things are at a little bit easier. I've also got this analysis mode, which is kind of cool. Yep, I'm well aware the nav beacon scan has failed. I have full... In the game, they're known as pips. They're points set towards systems, engines, or weapons. I just activated my frame shift drive. I know you guys can't actually see me, but you can kind of see some of the stuff that I'm doing. Yes, I'm well aware. So now we're going to go over here, and we're actually going to lock onto this. Nope, there it is. There we go. Convoy dispersal pattern. And I'm just kind of checking out a few. Oh, there it is. Checking out a few unidentified signal sources and hoping. Ooh, threat 4. This could be interesting. Oh, not too fast now. And hoping that I can get my my kills. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and reset my power distribution. Usually it's set on 2 each. But usually when going into combat, I put 2 into systems, which recharge shields. I don't like that there's anacondas here. Hello there, Dr. Nails. Ooh, you are a juicy mission target, but you are dangerous, so I will leave you alone for the time being. I can only hope that... Oh, jeez. Okay, so he's clean. The other 2 are wanted and mission targets. Chances are he'll be clean. Yep, I had a feeling about that. So he's clean. Alright, you. So I have just activated all of my weapons platforms, and I'm actually going to start shooting at this Dr. Niels. Come on, give me them shields. There we go. And then you can see up there that red is my my cannons. Oh, good. The fuzz is here. God, would you just die already? Oh, where's... There he is, there he is, there he is. And he is dead. And all these green ones are just the fuzz. Ooh. He's damaged. Now I am searching for his power plant, because he's been in combat with another ship. There it is. And I've got to get within a certain range for my lasers to work. And now I've made him an enemy. But he's wanted anyway, so it's not gonna... Alright, I need to be mindful of that. And boom! We have a dead anaconda. And that is... Ooh! That was a pretty sum. And then if we come over here, we'll actually see that now we're at 21 out of 45. So yeah, that was definitely a good thing. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put my weapons away, get rid of that notice. That's just materials. So like I can come over here and I can... Ooh, canisters. But I don't do canisters. But I do materials on occasion. Yep. Okay, cool. And then when I'm not in combat, I will go ahead and put my pips back into systems, so that way my shields can recharge faster all the way up. Yes, I am well aware of the nav beacon scan failure. And then we go looking for others. And this HUD actually offers quite a bit of information. No, that's just a convoy dispersal pattern. Ooh, maybe. You know what? I'll go check it out just because it is threat 2. My HUD provides a lot of decent information. Obviously, down here in the center, you can see quite clearly the my radar, where things are at in relation to me. Just to the left of that little bar, that is my heat. Just to the right, that's my speed. And that is all meters per second. Oh my. Yes, mama, I can. He's deadly. He's only wanted, so it's not actually what I want. But because I'm here, I might actually do something about it anyways. Although these guys are deadly, so... Okay, well... His attention was elsewhere for a second, so I'm going to take this time and... Thankfully, I slough heat pretty well. And so if I keep my heat within, below that 1 point, thank you. And now I can start pelting him properly. And I almost always go for... there it is. Power plants. Come here. I like to hammer that power plant. Ooh, someone decided to take a swipe at my shields. That's never fun. Drives are nice. There it is. Power plant. And you'll notice me play with a flight assist quite a bit. I hate it when I'm reloading. Ow. Come on. His power plant's gone. Ooh, that was definitely a tidy little sum. Oh. I see he is wanted as well. This one's going to be easy. However, I'm still going to go for his power plant. Somebody's got chaff. He's not alone. Cool, his shields are gone. There we go, baby. Woohoo! And he go boom. All right, and that is helping out a convoy. And now if I choose, I can go over here to contacts, and I can go through and pick out, ooh, chemical distillery processors. Precipitated alloys. And I can go ahead and drop my cargo scoop and such. And yeah, the game's in kilometers. But I'm kind of okay with that. Because it does make it easier. I won't lie. And then once we get closer, we get to a... Cool. So that's in my hold now. Let's go for chemical processors. 4 clicks away. Nope, I did not want to deploy landing gear. However, at this point, I do want to deploy cargo scoop and start to slow down a bit. There we go. And you can see it coming up on the screen, although if I turn my night vision off, and you can see I got a little guiding camera, so to speak. You know what? Sure, let's grab those phase alloys too while I'm at it. And that scan is just someone scanning my ship, like I've done to millions of others. Making sure that I don't have any warrants or anything like that. And in case anybody is wondering, here we go. You can see over here on the top that my combat rank is dangerous. There are numerous levels. Dangerous is what I have my combat rank at. My trade rank is merchant, and my explorer rank is pathfinder. The way that you get those, obviously you get combat rank by doing combat stuff. You know, more or less what I do on a regular basis whenever I am playing. Yes, I know. And then we go look at other signal sources and hope that we find one that has... Let's see. Now, I could go for this one, or I could not. I don't think I will for this one. Aha. So you see how Nanoman 5 is lit up blue on my thing? That is because it is mission relative. And I am in what is currently known, or what is commonly known as Super Cruise. You can get up to relativistic speeds. As you can see, that 4 days is ticking, or no, that's 4 hours. My apologies. Is ticking down. If it is days, it will quite literally say days. You know, like the nav beacon is light seconds away. And I'm only going over here into this vicinity because my systems seem to think that there is something over here that is worth a damn. And I will find out. This is one of 2 missions that I have right now. I get 21 million credits out of this one. Like, so when I say relativistic speeds, like, I'm currently going 22 times the speed of light. 23 times the speed of light, and increasing. This is just the game's way of getting you from planet to planet. Think of it as warp factor. You know, I'm going like warp factor 9 or some nonsense like that. Would be the rough equivalence. Now, as we get closer, there's a mission target. Threat 4. I really hope this one doesn't piss me off again. Especially considering I've got 500,000 credits to turn in. And you can see as you get closer to objects with mass, you know, like a planet, your relativistic speeds slow down. You know, I'm just about to go sublight. You know, I just went sublight speeds. Which is why that 11, that 12 seconds is staying exactly as it is. You know, it's not going up, it's not going down, because it's always going to theoretically be 9 seconds away. You know, because I'm slowing down. There's a lot of math involved. All in all, it's honestly kind of fun to deal with. Now, I do have a mining ship and I do have an exploration ship. I've done some mining. I kind of prefer the thrill of combat, honestly. There's just something about dodging and weaving and shooting people that makes it a little bit more appealing for me. Now, for if for instance I wanted a more relaxed time frame, then yeah, I'd go mining or I'd go exploring. But exploring takes a long time. Like I have a buddy of mine, Source, or yeah, okay. Well, let's start checking out these people. Okay, good. He's only competent. He's mission target. He's a mission target. He is mission target. I don't think he is. Considering, yep, nope, he's not. Vulture is, please don't be, clean. And Vulture is more than likely clean. Cool. So now we go live. And as soon as all of my guns come up, we go ahead and toss a laser across the shields. And we end him for good. And those Type 9s are also mission targets. Okay, so he is gone. Then we will go ahead and target the next one in sequence. Oh, no, you don't. Andrew Langhammer. You aren't. Oh, I guess he's part of the thing too. Ah, there's the eagle that I was wanting. A couple of anacondas. Oh, please don't be. Oh, jeez. And he's dead before he even gets to me. There's the other one. All right. Yep, I'm well aware. And I do have everything turreted or gimbaled. So then he goes boom. I don't want to deal with anacondas right now. You know, let's deal with Type 9. And as with all large ships, I tend to focus on a ship's power plant. And his power plant's almost freaking gone. As a matter of fact, his power plant is so gone that he's gone. There's the other Type 9. And that is just my proximity alarm stating, oh, you pain. Alright, fine. We'll go pick a fight with this competent Python then. What? No! Alright. So now we're going to tussle with one of the anacondas. These guys are nothing to sneeze at. Come on. Flip me. There we go. And that heat damage is all more or less self-inflicted. Come on. Oh, come on. Get back here. Just drop your shields. Thank you. Now I can work on your hull. Oof, my shields are about gone. Where am I at right now? I'm at 27 out of 45. And I think the other one waked out. All right, I gotta throttle up. And now I can throttle back down. And I'm going to sit here in Super Cruise for a moment, let my shields come back online all the way, because that was painful. I can see which... Okay, so there wasn't that much that took damage. Well, I mean, there was a lot that took damage, but they didn't take a lot of damage, thankfully. Wow, my cockpit took 90%, or took 10% damage. Kind of impressed by that. And then we'll come over here and we'll look for more unidentified signals and such. And we'll take a look at them. Convoy dispersal pattern. And here we are entering what is known as the FSS. I think I need to... Yep, hold on. I got to do something with my game real quick here. I need to change something with the FSS. Regular. Okay, there we go. Apply. Now, okay, there we go. That way when I pull up, I think I need to set up something for Zoom. So I've never actually really played around with the FSS, so you'll have to bear with me here for a second. Because I'm actually kind of wanting to get this camera yaw, pitch, tuning. Right. So I've still got to figure it out. With that being said, right, I need to... yeah, I don't know. The nice thing about being in Toland is they've got all kinds of stuff that I can play around with. weapons fire. And I think if it's not Crimson Clan faction pirates, I'm not going to do much with it. And then once I get my speed down below 1 megameter per second, then I tend to pick up speed until I get within drop distance. I have a feeling I won't be shooting at any of these assholes. I might be wrong. Come on, line. That was quick. Only went for him because he was mission target. I may eventually leave these guys alone. He's probably clean. Yep, I had a feeling. You know what? God, that's almost sad that I'm more or less facing a mostly harmless opponent. Yeah, I think that's called target offline there, guys. And then we rinse and repeat. And this hauler gets to go home. That's adorable. You think you can live? Oh, right. I forgot to mention. There is another cockpit, by the way. Or another cockpit seat, I should say. Ooh, I didn't even realize this one scooted back. That's cool. Oh. No, right. You guys are having to deal with the grid. I really should turn that off when I'm doing ED. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of that. And you can see, like, as I press a button or I mess with the mess with certain things. I am so sorry about that, guys. The Guardian, I mean. There we go. Actually, you know what? Here, let's go after this distress call and see what it is all about. Da, 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 da. Yeah, like you'll see me My guy tap buttons and stuff, which is kind of cool. Oh, also there is this, which is for modifying my crew, my helm, all that nonsense. Oh yeah, and if I wanted to, I could find someone to fill in my space back there, and then they would end up controlling the. Oh crap! Come on, dump speed faster. Dump more speed faster. Ah, jeez. And now I more or less have to do the loop of shame. I'm sorry, guys. I am more or less that incompetent pilot sometimes. Let's go ahead and buzz this planet. More or less. Yep. Oh yeah, I suppose I never finished going over the HUD, did I? So up at the top of the left-hand little arc thing next to my radar, that shows the percentage of heat that I am at. And if I go above that first bar, I start to take heat damage. And if I go above that second bar, that's like redlining your car. Or actually, no. To be fair, that first bar is redlining your vehicle. That second bar is like getting ready to throw stuff, like your engine's getting ready to blow apart. Um, kind of a thing. As for the right hand side, that is all about my speed. You can see how fast I am moving up at the top there by the numbers. Like right now, I'm moving at 30 kilometers per second. Had to move that planet out of my way. And then the one bar there is all based on throttle. And if I keep my throttle in the blue area, it actually makes it easier for me to turn. For me to turn and for me to maneuver. And then obviously, there's the planets and if it's above me on the plane of which I'm looking at, then it goes up. If it's below me, it goes down, and then where it's at in relation to me, kind of varies, and I can mess with how far out and how far in my radar goes. Which sometimes pulls things way in, sometimes pulls things way out. Over here on the right-hand side, around my ship, you'll see 3 blue rings. That is showing my shield value, more or less. In unspecific terms, they will turn red as my shields take damage. Once my shields are out, you'll see nothing but 2 red lines, and then you'll start to see like a recharging meter, more or less. Below that, where you see the 86%, and then those bars, that is my hull. My hull has currently taken 14% damage. In other words, ships have damaged 14% of my hull. I've actually had it where a ship ran into me after taking out my shields and took out 95% of my hull. Yeah, that was a limp. Then over here further to the right, we have our engines, systems, weapons, where we've got power allocated to. Above that is our heat signature. So if I was to turn, if I were to more or less close my vents and make it so that way I was no longer venting heat, that would be flatline. If I were to throttle up, it'll go, you'll see it wave a little bit more. You'll probably see that a little bit more in like when I'm fighting. Then I've got how much fuel I'm consuming per hour. The little bar is my flying around tank. The big bar is my total tank volume. That's what allows me to jump from system to system. And then pips showing whether or not my landing gear, my cargo scoop are deployed, whether or not I'm mass locked. And if I'm mass locked, I won't be able to go into Super Cruise, which is the super fast thing. Because otherwise I'm just going to tear everything apart. Over here on the left-hand side, I've got all the information about, stuff. Whatever it is that I'm targeting. That is my target information. Up here on the right, it gives me information sometimes about what I'm targeting. And where you see that little waveform right now, now it's a planet. If there's anything in here, there is a ship. Please don't need anything that. Whoa. Oh, they need fuel. I don't have limpets. Right, that's just commanders I've come into contact with. Unfortunately, I cannot help because I don't have. That's not even all that much of a. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've got to go. There is no help that I can give this ship. If I had fuel limpets, I would give her some fuel, but I don't. There's a player faction called the Fuel Rats. They actually will help out players in need. Ooh, more unidentified signal sources. Over here on my left, you'll see me refer to this one a lot. I've got a navigation panel where I can scroll through and I can target certain things like that. I can come over here and I can take a look at how many credits I've accrued and any missions that I'm a part of. I can also look at any contacts I have, which is usually ships, debris, that kind of thing. Over here on my right is my systems panel. So like I can look at my information, I can look at the condition of my modules, I can change the priority of my modules. I can change the priority of my fire groups, or I can change my fire groups to be what I need them to be. So like if I need it on the trigger or the secondary fire button, I can change that. Here I can. There we go. Let's turn the external lights on. Yeah, no. Let's keep those off for now. I will, however, turn my beacon to wing, and I can turn night vision on and off, or I can do it up here on my joystick. I have that set. I can reboot, repair. I can, change my silent running. I can go forward fire, target only, or fire at will. I actually don't have any flight assistance on right now. Pilot preferences. I'm actually going to turn my pre-flight checks on. I should have done that before launching. Gun sight leading mode, leading or trailing. I generally tend to go for leading. If anybody commits a crime against me, I can have it automatically reported. Have my display clock on, which is up top there. Should see it right up there. It'll say 2342 right now. I can turn my orbit lines on or off. Like right now, you'll notice no orbit lines. However, if I come back over and I turn those back on, you'll sometimes see those pop out. There it is. It's fading in and out, but you get the point. I can change my sensor scale type from linear to logarithmic. I like it being linear. This is my current statistics, shield health, kinetic resistance, how far I can jump. All my resistances, my armor health. Then over here I've got my inventory, so like my ship cargo inventory, I don't have anything. I don't have a refinery installed, so that's not going to matter. This is all of the materials that I currently have. All of the data that I've currently obtained. And this is all my synthesis stuff. So like in the field, I can refill my small caliber munitions. I can refill my life support, my chaff. I don't have any cabins on board right now. This will show me in relation to the current systems factions. Like right now with Nanomam Ltd, if you notice economy, it's up. If you look at security, it's just inside the blue. Reputation is allied. I do pretty well. My faction, my power presence, power play. I'm pledged to Zachary Hudson. I actually haven't done anything for him in a while. I really need to. Hopefully I can get to doing that in the future with some combat stuff. But then you got my reputation. Ooh, looks like I'm almost up for promotion from Chief Petty Officer to Senior Chief, I think. Which that'll be nice because then I'll have other stuff. This is just kind of a session log of things that are going on. My current finances, so my current ship insurance is 95%, which means the insurance will cover 95% of my total ship, which means I only have to put forward 5 million credits. That being said, I have 21 million credits right now, which is so nice. And then this is the permits that I have. I can go to the Sol system, Vega system, and the Beta Hadri. And then over here is just kind of a... I don't know what this actually is all about. Oh, so it's going to go through the weeks in review stuff. I really wish that it would play music. That would be nice. Oh, and then up here, just above this Hollow Me training. What? Oh, no, I do not want to do that. Just above this Hollow Me that you see, you'll see the manufacturer of my ship, Zorgon and Zorgan Peterson, the type of ship, which is the Mamba, the name of my ship, which is Remus. Found it kind of fitting, considering my commander name is Romulus Wolfborn, or Alpha Romulus. And then I have a designator on it, which is the RWCS-1, or the Romulus Wolfborn Combat Ship number 1. Currently, it is my only combat ship. I hope to eventually correct that problem. And also, you'll notice that as I move around and stuff, that my ship over here on the left will actually, re-angle itself. Or, sorry, over here on the right will re-angle itself. I get my directions mixed up from time to time. Like, I know what I'm looking at, and that's what I mean, and I might not say the right thing, because I tend to be an idiot from time to time. So, and again, if anybody wants to type anything into chat, feel free. I just won't be able to see it until I pull my headset off, which means I probably won't be able to respond to anything, unfortunately. I do have a couple of friends that I used to fly with. I used to be part of the... oh, geez, here I go again, having to do the Loop of Shame. Yay! Don't do this, folks. This is depressing. Don't be depresso. Have some... I'm sorry. That was a little... Don't mind me. I tend to be weird. And that's putting it mildly. That I tend to be weird. So now I've got to drop my speed now down below 12.2 megameters per second. So that'll happen here pretty quickly. Excuse me. Over here on the left-hand side, you'll notice that I have mission target, threat 4, all that lined up. It'll show the rough distance until I can drop out of Super Cruise, and the rough speed until I can drop out of Super Cruise to get to that particular point in space. And then it'll show whether or not I'm aligned with it or not. Also, just to the left of the heat meter, you'll notice that. Ooh. Here, let's start scanning these eagles. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good one. So yep, then we go on the attack. I'm just going to verify before I start shooting that there are clean parties here. And verify which parties are clean. Alright, Rally Mike. Time for you to die. You've lived a life of crime and now must end it. And like you'll probably hear my system say temperature critical and all that nonsense. Boom. How much you want to bet? Yep, I had a feeling. And how much you want to bet? Yep, cool. But I want these eagles first because they are a little bit easier to kill. And most of these ships aren't going to run away right away. Good gods, these Type 9s are just obnoxiously slow. There we go. And it's like a giant round of fall later for them. There we go. Oh, you've taken damage. And I'm going to go through. I'm going to target his power plant, and I'm going to take him out. There we go. Now I don't have one of the most agile ships in the game. However, I do have one of the fastest. I had a feeling he was. There it is. And then as it's scanning, I'm actually going to go ahead and come over here. And I can come over here and specifically look for a target on a ship like his power plant. And I'm actually going to go after this Archie Strafer here. Sometimes it takes a little while to get the shot off, or to get the shot to land. And these guys have ungodly amounts of shielding. Ah. I will pick you apart. And actually, if you continue to hound on a ship's power plant, because right now he's just, oh, I thought I killed this power plant. There it is. He has no more power plant now. Now, if you wouldn't mind, stop blowing holes in my ship. Yes, that is a chat. A Pirates of the Caribbean joke. All right, that's it. I want his power distributor next. There. Oh, man. So while I was screwing around with him, everybody else probably high-waked out. I want that. That is a 5-star material that I have not, as of yet, discovered. So, yeah, I want it. I want it all. I want it all. Oh, they're still faffing about up there. Oh, okay. I was just too far away. And like that's another thing is like this, I would never see those ships. And I cycle through stuff quite a lot. Well, that's upsetting. Let's go back to Super Cruise. Alright, and your panels won't open when you're jumping to and from Super Cruise or even between systems. So like now I have just over 1 million credits, but what I need to know is I'm at 33 out of 45, so I have 12 more pirates to go hunt down. That being said, let's go back over here to navigation and identified signal source. Let's go see if we can find something to shoot at. Ceremonial comms. Yep, nope, don't care. Oh, and you notice the crosshairs? That means it's, like directly, in front of. If it's whole, like it is right now, it means it is forward of your midway point as a ship. Weapons fire, threat 1. We can go check it out. If it is hollow, that means it is behind you. So like right now, it is dead on in front of me. So, it's kind of, it's useful information that until you you start to pick up on it automatically. Yeah. Yeah, until you start to pick up on it, like as a second nature thing type of thing almost, it's not something that you'll get a lot of information out of. Like, because I've been playing Elite Dangerous for quite a few years now. I've been playing it for about 4 or 5 years now. That's information that I kind of know intuitively. And I could definitely go deal with some of the engineers and get better weapons or better engines or better this or better that. But usually that means I've got to go hunt stuff down. I mean, you become a more well-rounded pilot, yes, but it's not something that I always enjoy doing. There we go. Orbital plane established 9 bodies. Yay. All right. Now that I got my speed down below a certain point, I can actually speed back up to get there a little bit faster. I have a feeling he's the one that got shot at. Come on, Saint, just let me scan you. I have a feeling he was the one doing the shooting. Yep, and he's a mission target, too. And these two will probably circle each other until I start to shoot at Dave, which I'm going to do now. Yep. And so, like, obviously, I don't want to ram him, even though my shields are full. You have no choice now. You've scratched my paint. Buddy, you have no clue. So, the reason I went up and above that temperature threshold there is because I detected a surge. A power surge, which means that he was likely going to jump out. And if he high wakes, I can't do anything against him. So I had to kind of get up there and blow him to shreds, so to speak. Come on, there's one. There's one. Protolite alloys. And you do have kind of a limited time window to pick these things up, because they do decay. And this is like the only stuff within. Yeah, let's go for the phase alloys next. There it is. With the other one right next to it. There we go. All right, cool. So I got another ship out of that, which is always nice. And I think I'm actually going to finish this because I only have 11 more to hunt down. Now then, let's go investigate some of these unidentified signal sources. Oh. I just saw it. Yep, there it is. Mission target threat 4. Actually, real quick, before we go after that, because that'll be around for a little bit, I'm going to take a half a moment to go get myself something to drink because I'm becoming thirsty. So you all are going to have to bear with me for a little bit. I will also take this time to go ahead and take a look at any comments or questions that have popped up in chat, and go ahead and address those when I come back. So give me 2 shakes of lamb's tail, and I will be back with you momentarily. Alright, and we are back. So, thank you for your patience and all that. And we will get back into shoosting some enemies. As they say, smoking fools. Now, obviously, this is a mission target that is over 2,000 light seconds away. Anybody who knows anything about physics, I've been interested in physics for a while now. Now, I wouldn't say that it's quite to the point where I would go make a career out of it. Don't get me wrong, that could certainly be an interesting thought. But it's just not something that I do. Or it's not something I feel like I would be well suited for. If that makes any sense. Like, I've got the intelligence for it. I just probably don't have the put myself to itness, I guess. But, obviously light seconds is the amount of time it takes for light to travel 1 second, or is the distance that light takes to travel 1 second. So, like if anybody knows about light years, it's the same concept. Like Earth is 8 light minutes, if I remember correctly. It is 8 light minutes from the sun. From our home star, Sol, as it's called. This game actually calls our solar system the Sol system. So like when I come over here and I look at my permits, you actually have to have a permit to go into the Sol system. So that way you can go visit Earth. And there's an update coming out that will allow us to go to, I don't know when it's coming. I just know that it's supposed to be a thing. That will allow us to go to oh geez, going too fast, way too fast. That's a planet. And there's the loop of shame. It happens to everybody, experienced pilots and everybody else alike. I've been toying around with the idea of just restarting my data from scratch. But that being said, I also don't want to, because I have been enjoying it. I've been thoroughly enjoying my Mamba specifically ever since I got my hands on it. It's been a lot of fun. I've been known to faff around in a Vulture. Those things are mean little ships. They're relatively cheap to maintain, but they pack one heck of a punch, which is nice. There we go. So, that's always fun to do. Have something pack one hell of a punch. Because it's a small ship that uses 2 large weapons. That's the size of my cannon, or my beam lasers. Which, that's saying something, because that's a heck of a weapon. Okay, cool. Now I can speed up again, and we can... There we go. And we'll target the eagles, and we'll do this right. Let's just make sure. You know what? There's system authorities. Who should, in theory, help me kill people. Come on. There we go. Everything's powered up. And we're just going to destroy him. Oh, you would be reloading. Oh, and another thing for this game. Oof. Oh, that was close. Oh, what are we shooting at? That one. Got it. Cool. There we go. And a good rule of thumb is to shoot at whatever's being shot at by other people. That being said, I have a little fighter that's about to get lit the hell up. You know what? I should honestly just. I've got it dead to rights now. There we go. Cool. Oh, they brought out the Corvettes. Oh, I love it when they bring out the big guns. He is almost guaranteed wanted. Like, if the feds are shooting at him, it's a good idea to go look. Oh, right. I was going to say, you should never shoot at something that you've not fully scanned. Come on, scan, 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 scan. Damn it. There's the other one. And of course, you want to be able to get your tags in on people. Before they go boom. Now that's disconcerting that the Federation is using Imperial Eagles. What's also disconcerting is that they brought out those guys. Like, those are some impressive ships. I'm not going to lie. Like, the Anacondas are nice, but the federal Corvettes are oof duh. They pack a bite. Now I gotta get far enough away from this pack. To put it simply, I've got one huge weapon. That is my multi-cannon. Anacondas also only have one huge weapon. Or space for one huge weapon. The Corvettes, on the other hand, have space for two. And they will destroy you. With all haste. And they'll make it look like a playdate. Oh, please interdict me. I dare you. Yeah, no, that's never going to happen. And if you see the screen shake a little bit, that's probably me just resetting my headset. You know, because reasons. You know, trying to find a bit more comfortable position to set it on my face in. Jeez, I have 1.2 million credits. How many pirates am I at? 38 out of 45. That's not too shabby. So, I have 7 more pirates to hunt down, and then I can go turn in this massive mission. Oh, look, I'm going to fly right by the local star. Zip straight past the dang thing. And we wave as we pass by the star. What do you mean, slow down? Right. So for this one, I need to approach it, and I need to get below 10 megameters per second. Oh, yeah. And then you sometimes up here in this little chat window, you'll hear chatter from other captains to their crews or what have you, or, you know, like belugas to their their passengers. And we're playing this game again. Because I can't seem to keep my speed down. Now, no, this is not a problem that I have in real life. It is only in this game that I ever have a problem with it. So... oh, excuse me. I really do hope that it's capturing the audio input and output from the headset. All right. And then we have go time. Give me the Eagles. There he is. Which one is that? Socrates Peak. Come on. Now he should peel out and face me like a dead man. Ooh. Yep, he's dead. There it is. These guys are fast, agile little fighters. Second only to vultures in terms of kind of what they're capable of. I don't feel like taking on a Fer-de-Lance just yet. Those things are shield tanks. Yes, please bump my shields. I will annihilate you. And he is dead. Nope, he's clean. Alright, my little FDL. Time for you and me to dance. See what I mean about them being shield tanks? There we go, power plant. These guys' shields are just insane. Where's it? Come on, come on. Drop. There we go. As I said, shield tank. But once you get past that shield, they don't last for jack. And that's just to make sure that he go boom. I think everybody else is waked out. Yay. Now where am I standing? I have to kill one more idiot. Ugh. And the only reason I'm picking up these thermic alloys is because, as you can see over here, I have not yet discovered them. I have not discovered them. They're not in my database. Now, that's not to say that they aren't in someone else's database. This also goes towards, if we come over here, and we look at this, it also comes towards my Explorer rank of Pathfinder. So I'm going to take a little bit of time and pick up these thermic alloys. And there's actually two of them. So I'll probably pick up both. Just because. Do 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 do. Ooh, Imperial shielding. Where's that at? Where is that at? That's behind me a little ways, isn't it? Now this is a 5-star material that I have not seen before. Probably because I don't deal with Imperial. Well, okay, to be fair, I deal with shooting down a lot of material of Imperials. So hey, and with that, I'm actually going to wake on out, and I'm going to go try to find one last idiot to hunt him down and kill him, so that I can finish this bounty or finish this mission and turn it in. So with that in mind, let's go back over here to navigation, unidentified signal source. Ooh, oh. What are you? What are you? Yep, he is a mission target. So we have found our last dude. I'm going to do what is called interdicting. I'm going to pull him out of Super Cruise. To do that, I have to be behind him, and I have to be within a certain distance of him. And then it sends you into this little mini game that is kind of annoying. And in other ships in the past, I've not had luck trying to pull people down. But apparently your ship's mass has something to do with this. Here, I'm going to get way out here. And then we're going to flip right the hell around. I gotta get behind the target. Come on. Oh, there you go. Interdiction failure. Come on. Oh, dude's slippery. And you can also see a ship's orientation to you. Here we go. Now this is the minigame. So the minigame is to keep as many rings as possible, or as many rings blue as possible. Sometimes it's a little bit easier than others. I tend to do this rotation method. And so the whole goal is to get that red bar as low as possible while getting the blue bar as high as possible. And then you drop out of hyperspace, or drop out of Super Cruise. And I've now pulled him into normal space, and now I can shoot at him. Come on. Come on there, Bucky. There we go. Oh, I am out of chaff. Here's hoping my shields hold. Like right now, I can guarantee you I'm behind him. And kablamo. And there's the mission update. Mission critical, mission success. And so now we go and we turn it in. So now that is updated, and I will be getting 21 million credits from that mission and 23 million from that one. So now we need to go to navigation, scroll down, go to LHS 215, lock destination. Actually, here real quick, let me double check, make sure he doesn't have anything fun. Nope, nothing fun. So then we line up with the system where we're wanting to jump, and you can see over here that little blue section of that fuel bar, that big fuel bar. That's how much fuel is going to be consumed upon jumping from this system that I'm currently in to the system I'm going to, which is 9 light years away, which means that will take at least a year for me to fly to from my current position. Now, I won't have to worry about that because I have essentially a hyperdrive. So, and then I go through this little wormhole that I've created more or less, which really does look kind of cool. And then it drops me out right next to the star, which then I come over here to my navigation panel, look for the destination that I'm after. Oh, and I do have this thing called a fuel scoop, which I'm guessing that it's hydrogen that matters, or that is your primary fuel source. As a ship, because you can actually get more fuel from stars, which, you know, if you're using hydrogen or potentially helium, maybe, although I don't know how well that would work. So my guess is hydrogen. If you're using hydrogen, that would work a lot better. And I'm actually going for Spring Gateway, which this is more or less what I consider my home port. This is where, if I'm not playing for an extended period of time, this is where I will try to park my ship. And yeah. So actually, after I go ahead and I turn these in, I'm actually going to go ahead and get off. I'm going to go relax for a little bit. Possibly play some Pokemon. Let's go Eevee, or maybe some Legend of Zelda, or Smash, or I just picked up Mario Maker, or there's 100 other games that I've got that I might play. But that being said, hopefully this doesn't take me too long to get in. For those who stopped in to watch my stream today, thank you for stopping in. And anybody who happens to pass this, you know, just as a recording on Twitch, thanks for taking a quick gander. Figure this has been a decent amount of time, couple hours. Yep, I'd say a couple hours. So I'll get into Spring Gateway here. I'll repair my ship. I'll refuel, restock. You know, all of my normal basic stuff that I do whenever I stop into a station, into a starport. And then I'll go ahead and I'll turn those in. And I may actually do some buying, some upgrading of my ship, because I will have so much cash. I'm about to end up with 60 million credits, which that is huge for me. Hopefully I might actually be able to buy a new power plant, which would allow me to jump further because it's lighter. I'm currently set up with a B power plant. Woohoo! Home again, home again. So then you've got to come in, you've got to actually request a dock. And they'll tell you where you're authorized to land at. Oh. And I'm actually going to go ahead and drop my landing gear. Use my maneuvering thrusters. Alright. And now we come in here and we look for landing pad 2-3, not 3-2. Because they severely frown on taking other people's landing pads. Like, so much so that you will get shot. There you go. Loitering is a crime punishable by death. So then we come here and we just go ahead and drop into place. And I move too fast sometimes. And after a certain point, the ship will auto dock itself to actually get it onto the ground. And then I always enter the hangar because then if I decide I want to launch afterwards, it takes forever. So then we come in here, we go ahead and click refuel all, restock all, and then actually I come down here to this advanced maintenance, come up here, click repair all, and then here's something that that I saw in on a YouTube video that I'd seen: the ship integrity. Like if you've ever been flying and you've noticed that your ship tends to die faster, that's why your ship integrity is down. So that is me repairing my ship integrity. So now I come in here and I click complete mission, and I get to choose 20 million credits, which really I'm only missing out on 1 million credits. And 3 exquisite focus crystals, or I can go for fuck tons of reputation, but I'm going to go for the exquisite focus crystals because why not? You know, it seems like a thing to do. I can't believe that their economic status has actually improved after destroying 40 some odd ships. I think that one was 40. No, that one was 45. The other one was 48. Which I've already done. And you can see my reputation with these guys, the federal privateers, is way up there. Just like my superpower reputation is way up there. And then we turn in this, which I think I'm actually just going to take the credits. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and take the credits. And then the Toll and Hand Gang. And it'll pop up with all my information there. You know, like my standing with Toll and Hand Gang went down. Ooh, 30 million credits. Ooh, 63 Pirates of the DX 799 Drag Empire. And it gives me 6 days. For 30 million credits. Ooh. You know what? That's tempting. But that will be for probably while I'm not on. Actually here, because you can actually, found this out recently, you can actually come up here, click all, come down to combat, and it'll show you all of your combat missions that are everything that is combat related. There's network ships, Drug Empire faction. Oh my. Yeah, no. 18 mil for 72 ships, and they're only giving me 20 hours? I don't think so. Like that's something you need to take in consideration whenever you're taking missions of this nature. Is how long are they expecting it to take? Like this is a tidy sum, 35 million, but you have to take out 72 ships, and you have to do it in 20 hours. Like that's just asinine. Go back out and eliminate Toll and Hand Gang again. You know what? I think I'll go ahead and I'll pick that one up just simply because it gives me 6 days. And I am actually going to pick this one up as well because that also gives me 6 days to kill 63 pirates. All right, I didn't like that one. Mercenaries against criminal organization. 81 ships for 13 million credits. Not at 21 hours. Take down a person. No thanks. Not worth my time. Massacre Tolenhand Gang faction. 6 pirates for 1,000,000 credits. But it only gives me a day. So like I'd have to jump on tomorrow to deal with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the 2 missions that I just picked up. And you'll see them here in the transaction. So the DX799, I'll end up working on that over this next week. With you guys probably won't, more than likely won't see the conclusion of that. Just as you won't see the conclusion of this. However, what I do need to do is I need to come down here to contacts, go to authority contact. Oh no. I've got to go turn those into Nanomam, don't I? Oh no. Alright. Well, I'll just have to stop by Nanomam on the next time that I'm going to either of those two to turn in that 1,000,000 credits. But as you can see, now I've got 6 million or 65 million credits. So, I mean, I could come in here to the shipyard and I could pick up like a Sidewinder or an Eagle, you know, and you can see just how much more maneuverable the Eagle is than my current ship. Hauler DBS, or sorry, yeah, DBS, Diamondback Scout, Dolphin, DBE, or Diamondback Explorer, which apparently these things have phenomenal jump ranges once you get going. Asp Scout, Asp Explorer, which these guys also have great jump ranges too. You know, and here's my Mamba, you know, which it's always nice to have so much firepower. Python, and like as you can see, it's 56 million credits just to buy the ship, and I could do that and still have enough for my current rebuy. But this one only has 2 medium and 3 large hardpoints. So it's missing out on the firepower that the one I currently have has. Now this is that Federal Corvette. I would love to get my hands on this little sucker. Its maneuverability is garbage, but it's got 2 additional crew, multi-crew seats. So like I could have 2 other actual people manning 2 whatevers. It has, I think, 4 small. No, it's got 2 small hardpoints, 2 medium hardpoints, 1 large hardpoint, and 2 huge hardpoints. It also has 8 utility mounts and all kinds of nonsense. But you can only purchase this if you are Federation rank of Rear Admiral or higher, which I am not. Unfortunately, this is my other ship that I've got. It's an Asp Explorer. I have it built specifically for like jumping and general exploration, hence the mining lasers. You know, which, Oh, hey, cool. You can take a look at the library that I have on it. And I do have a Type 6 that's floating out there right now as well. So now, all that said, I'm going to go into outfitting, and I'm going to mess with a few things. I've been thinking about getting like a 4 cannon, gimbaled cannon. Wow, the weapon range goes up by a bit. Power draw goes down, which is always nice. And it's better at armor piercing. However, its DPS is just terrible. And its distributor draw is higher, so no thanks. Slower rate of fire, shot speed slower. Nah. I've thought about doing like a plasma accelerator or a pulse laser. Well, no, not pulse laser, but like a plasma accelerator. I've thought about it. I've decided not to. So I'm happy with my multi-cannon, my 4A multi-cannon. Going into the core internals. This is that reactor bay that I've got, that power plant. I can actually finally afford to go for the 6A, which will increase my jump range, which will also increase my top speeds. Which now I don't have to worry about power as much. And it actually didn't mess with my insurance costs too much either. Thankfully. 4B sensors. And I can actually increase my sensors. Which that will also boost everything because I had 4B on there right beforehand. Which is fine. It's just they weigh more. And so like life support, I don't think I'll need much more than 7.5 minutes. But I could go up to like 15. I think I can get up to 25 on an A. But there's no point. So right now I'm, the way things are looking, I'm only over my max by 0.35 megawatts, which means I can actually start to use some of my stuff again. Which is what that buying that power plant allowed me to do. And in theory, I could buy these military grade composites. And actually I will, which will also boost the living daylights. I mean, it jumped my insurance costs up by a lot. But, I went from having 10 times my rebuy to having just over 3 times my rebuy. But this should increase it's going to decrease my jump capabilities, I think. Yeah, it decreases my jump just because it is heavier. But it also gives me a hull boost. Like I'm going from, more or less lightweight alloys to military grade composites, which then I can come in here and in theory I can pick up the reactive surface composite or the mirrored surface composite if I so chose. But I won't because yeah, that's just nuts. Because like this one will give me additional thermal resistance, but my kinetic resistance, my explosive resistance on the mirrored drop. And if I go with the reactive, then my thermal resistance goes down and my kinetic and explosive goes up. Versus this one, it's I have no thermal resistance, but I also don't have any explosive or kinetic or I have oh wow. Actually, getting one of these two would be better than going with military grade composite. Yep. Okay. Well, let me check my optionals, see if there's anything that I could theoretically upgrade. Auto reinforcement package. Okay, so I've already got the best one I can put on there for that slot. Yeah, no, I've got the best that I can get right now. Cool. So with that, I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to jump off. I don't even know how to pin blueprints right now, which sucks. Actually, here, let me see if there's anything in Universal Cartographics that I can sell. Okay, so yeah, like this is where you would sell all of your, like if you're gonna go out and come back, this is where you'll end up selling all of your stuff for that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump off. And I would like to thank anybody and everybody who stopped in. for stopping in. And we will catch you all next week. I do believe I'm going to consistently be doing streams at 6 p.m. on Tuesdays. So, that being said, I will see everybody next week on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Thank you and have a great day.